When Bilikis Adebia-Biola graduated from MIT's Sloan School of Management in 2012, she had every reason to stay in the United States. She'd spent nearly a decade in America, earned multiple degrees, and worked 5 years as a software engineer at IBM. Instead, she moved back to Lagos to start a business collecting garbage. Not just any garbage business, though. She co-founded Wecyclers, a company that collects recyclable rubbish from households in Lagos. When the business started, Adebia-Biola would take out a tricycle herself to do collections to find out more about her new business. 12 years later, that unconventional decision has transformed how tens of thousands of Lagosians think about waste. The company now serves 17,000 registered households across 7 districts of Lagos and employs 125 people, 60 of whom are women. More significantly, Wecyclers has proven that environmental sustainability and profit aren't mutually exclusive. They secured $2 million in funding in 2023 to recycle 30,000 tons of plastics over 5 years. The idea emerged from a sobering realization at MIT. While taking a class called Development Ventures at MIT Sloan, Adebia-Biola heard the statistic that 70% of Nigerians are poor and don't have access to running water or basic waste management services, which heightens their risk of disease. It hit me hard, she recalls. I realized that as a middle-class Nigerian, I'd lived in a bubble. I hadn't really seen the kinds of suffering that so many Nigerians were going through on a regular basis.
I go to the hubs and I see the waste that we are collecting. I see the people that we are employing.
The numbers were staggering. Lagos produces 9,000 tons of waste per day, and the Lagos Waste Management Authority was trying to double the proportion that was recycled from the 18% figure in 2011. In a megacity of 21 million people, where an estimated 2/3 live in informal settlements, waste wasn't just unsightly, it was a public health crisis, creating breeding grounds for disease. Her initial idea was to increase the quantity of waste she could collect from households by offering them raffle tickets in exchange. When she discussed this in Nigeria during a vacation, the enthusiasm surprised her. She took the concept back to MIT, refined it, and entered business plan competitions where she gathered support. After graduation, she returned to Nigeria and launched Wecyclers. The execution required ground-level innovation. The disorganization in Lagos means that rubbish cannot always be collected. Wecyclers use modified tricycles that enable the collection of rubbish from places where normal vehicles cannot reach. These locally designed cargo bikes, called wecycles, could navigate the narrow, congested streets of informal settlements that garbage trucks couldn't access. Young people from local communities operate the bicycles, creating jobs in the process. The business model was elegant in its simplicity. Residents are offered rewards for collecting their household waste, which is picked up for free by Wecyclers. To create incentives among low-income households to participate, rewards are given to them for every kilogram recycled via points sent by SMS. These points are then redeemable against goods they value, such as cell phone minutes or basic food items, with rewards funded in partnership with big brands such as Coca-Cola and GlaxoSmithKline. Later, partnerships with Guinness Nigeria and Nestlé Nigeria would follow. The economics worked for everyone. Our plastic is much cleaner than what the waste pickers find on the big landfill sites, so the companies that use this plastic as a raw material pay us a bit more, Adebia-Biola explained. Employees who pick up the waste can earn from $200 to $400 a month, and sorters make about $100 a month compared to the national minimum monthly wage of about $50. Building trust proved challenging. The idea is that you collect waste and give it to the Wecyclers once a week. You get points on your phone for every kilo of waste, then every 3 months you exchange your points for food or household items. For the first few cycles, people didn't really trust that we were going to give them anything, she explained. Honestly, there was a different challenge every single day, Bilikis reflected. Initially, it was coming up with the solution. What exactly did the solution look like and how did it work? Recruiting the team was a big challenge. We had to find people who were talented enough and who were also willing to come to Nigeria. Recognition came steadily. Adebi Abiola won the Cartier Women's Initiative Award for Sub-Saharan Africa in 2013. Wecyclers were awarded the King Bodwin International Development Prize in 2018-2019. The company won the 2014 Sustainia Award, chaired by Arnold Schwarzenegger, for a solution that enables low-income communities to make money from waste piling up in their streets. The company evolved beyond bicycles. Coca-Cola sponsored Wecyclers' kiosk collection model, allowing people to drop off their waste at kiosks around Lagos. Through this project, they doubled their collections. They received a grant to expand beyond Lagos and used it to develop a franchise model, opening 26 new franchises across Nigeria. Today, Wecyclers recycles on average 28 tons of waste per week, using cargo bikes, motorized tricycles, vans, and trucks. The business transitioned in 2017 when Adebi Abiola stepped down as CEO to take up a public appointment as managing director of LASPARK, the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency. Her brother, Olawale Adebiabi, who holds an MBA from Indiana University and degrees in chemical engineering, took over as chief executive officer. Reflecting on her time leading Wecyclers, Bilikis said, "The main thing I take forward is confidence. When you are in your own company, you can exist in a little bubble, and it can be hard to know how well you're really doing as a business. I didn't realize how well we were doing until I left. The market opportunity remains vast. Nigeria's plastic consumption has jumped 116.24% in the last 15 years. The 2023 funding from Société Générale through Unilever West Africa positions Wecyclers for major expansion, including a new plant in Ogun State. From MIT classroom project to multi-million-dollar social enterprise, Wecyclers demonstrates that Africa's biggest environmental challenges can become economic opportunities. Adebi Abiola didn't just build a recycling company, she proved that with the right incentives and infrastructure, communities will eagerly participate in environmental solutions that benefit everyone. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to OneAfrica for more profiles of African innovators. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments about which changemaker we should feature next, and turn on notifications so you never miss these stories of African excellence.